Do you think with the most recent signing of Nate Herbig, Dotson is now expendable, whether they cut him or trade him?
To me personally, I think it puts that conversation out there. I don't think you cut Dotson. I looked at it more so as I would love these guys to compete, and I just feel great about my depth for whoever loses it, because both guys can play right and left guard. Both guys have started at right and left guard. Both guys are good players. The thing, when I look at both of those dudes, I say for Dotson, I want him more consistent, but I think he is capable of being a better player. When I think of Nate gives me higher end J.C. Hassenauer, higher end B.J. Finney type vibes. Still good, but I just think that he's going to be capped a little bit, whereas with Dotson, I just think that he has a little bit more where we can get to. But when we said the problem with Dotson has been the consistency, whereas I think with Nate, I think he has been more consistent. So that part is pretty, I like that element of it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to cut or trade Dotson per se right now, especially. I want both of them dudes to get a chance to compete. The problem is with their position too. They're not going to be able to get a chance to really compete in OTAs and minicamp. And you say, let me wait till till training camp time frame to make the move on, all right, this guy's in front, let's trade him. With those guys, you got to wait until training camp. So you're going to be trading this dude the week before or week of the week one starting regular season. To me, I don't want to do that with a Dotson I just don't want to do that with Dotson because you want to do that with Nate because you just brought him in. But that's my thing. I would much rather just keep them both. It's not crazy money. It's getting, 4 a year? So it's still not crazy. It's a 2-year deal, so it's not even long-term in that sense.
Yeah, I'm with you. Whenever we brought him in, I was like, oh, this is just competition for Dotson for the starting left guard position. Now, with Dotson's money right now versus, even though you're right, it's not this crazy-ass deal for Herbig. It's still...
Get you a word. I seen you was, peeped you was loud. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
We try to be full service right here, Deke. Come on, man. Every once in a while.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, man.
Herbig, though, with that deal, it is going to be more money than Dotson. So I'm guessing we give him the upper hand going into the offseason, put him as the starter.
On paper, yes.
I do think it's going to be a competition.
Yeah, I think if anything, who was because it was with Kendrick Green and who was the other?
I think it was Dotson last year.
No, because Hassan was the other guy I was thinking of. Because I wondered, do you know who probably gone? We just said it.
Green. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
I think that's the one more than likely that you get gone.
Yeah.
Even though he was a 3rd round pick a year ago, I think that's because he wasn't even dressing last year, bro.
No, yeah.
And to bring in Nate's gonna be in the competition. He's gonna be in your top 6 in some capacity.
Yeah, whoever doesn't win between Herbig and Dotson is just gonna be our main backup.
Right.
They could play left guard or right guard.
Absolutely,
in case
it's a no-brainer. And both of them dudes can start in some way, shape, or form. So yeah.
I think it was a great signing. With Dotson being on his, this is the last year on his contract, so this is prove it type of.
You got you
season
some leverage.
For him. Yeah, I just think it's a good move because I like Dotson coming off of his rookie year. I know there were a lot of hype about him, but yeah, he didn't live up to that. But he's still a solid starter. Mm-hmm. And I think Weidl, he's got the connection to Herbig because he drafted him with the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Herbig's been starting too, and then there was a report out that Weidl still views Herbig as a starter. So, okay, we had Dotson start all these games for us these last couple seasons. Herbig started with the Jets. He started games with the Eagles. Let's just see who wins this out for left guard because obviously no one's touching right guard with how James Daniel played last year.
Yeah. So, to me, man, I like it. I think, number one, it just gives you a little bit of flexibility. In the sense of
because whoever doesn't win, we have a great backup.
Yeah, you feel great about your backup situation. I feel great in the sense that I don't have to necessarily feel like I'm settling on Dotson being the starter either, because I don't want to feel like I'm just putting him out there just because I don't have any other option. So whoever is the starter, I'm gonna feel like they earned it. And then when you talk about just the leverage from a contract perspective, Dotson, I don't have to be threatened by not paying you. I don't care if you sit out right now. I don't care if you're disgruntled right now. You know why? Because I got this guy. And I got him not just for this year, but for next year. So you can be pissed off right now and not play. It doesn't matter. You can play.
Oh, I don't think that's happening.
I don't either, but I'm just saying in general. But I'm like, hey, if you took the approach of, I want to play, but I'm not going to play to the best of my ability per se. I'm going to, sandbag it a little bit. cool. I still got a guy right here that can give me everything I need right now and next year if you decide to not come back. That's what I'm saying in the sense of just the leverage part. That also helps the team out. Dotson, I doubt, is having those type of negotiations to that extent based on his market from what we've seen. But with them type of negotiations, when it does happen, Nate's going to be a part of their leverage. That's a part of why they can feel confident and not feel like they got to break the bank either when they know he's 2 years for 8 M's, 4-4.
Yeah. I just feel like it's another good move by the Steelers and Omar Khan this offseason. Just a savvy move. Not going to make the headlines or anything. But this was something we talked about addressing. Offensive line. On the left side in particular. We bring a competition or just some type of depth on the guard portion of it. And then for left tackle, same thing. I mean, do you get a guy like a Luan? Obviously, that was barring T.J. Watt giving the approval and everything. But, he's the type of guy we're talking about. Do we bring in a guy that has been seasoned in the league that would be a definitive starter over Dan Moore? Or we go draft rookie, maybe we let Dan Moore and whoever it is duke it out, whether it's a first rounder, second rounder. But, I mean, this is just another check mark off the list. Now, for O-line, in my opinion, that's all we got to worry about is left tackle potentially in the draft. And if they don't want to do it in the first or second, I mean, we could get away with Dan Moore. We could. Now, would I like that? I would like a Broderick Jones. I would like a left tackle. You
would at least want to see Dan compete with somebody. Versus feeling like we settled
even if it is like third round. Even if it's
don't
that
want to feel
late.
like it's settled. I just don't want it to be we're settling on this. We just have to take because there's nothing else. I just want to at least see it have to beat something out. Yeah.